Well, in other world news, an Iraqi man who joined the Islamic State militant group has been jailed for life after being convicted by a court in Germany of genocide against the Yazidi minority. 29-year-old Taha al-Jumaili was accused by prosecutors of purchasing a Yazidi woman and her child and using them as slaves. The Yazidi have for years been persecuted by IS militants who've killed hundreds of men, raped women and forcibly recruited children as fighters. Well, for more, let's cross live now to our correspondent, Emmanuelle Chaze, who's been following proceedings for us. Emmanuelle, tell us a little bit more about what exactly this man was accused of.
Well, he was accused of and convicted of genocide, crimes against humanity, resulting in death, war crime, aiding war crime, and bodily harm resulting in death. In fact, Taha al-Jumaili and his wife, Jennifer Venisch, who was convicted by a German court last month, had purchased on a slaves market in Mosul in 2015 a Yazidi woman and her 4-year-old child. They then moved to Fallujah, where the child was actually tied to a stake, to a pole in the sun, in the courtyard of the house, and was left there to die of thirst. Jennifer Venisch had been condemned last month for crimes against humanity resulting in death and for not for not helping this little girl, and her husband, this Iraqi Islamic State group fighter, has been today condemned for this crime, but also for genocide, which is the first time in history that someone stands before court and has to answer and is charged for genocide against the Yazidi people.
Yes, and Emmanuelle, that is what people are saying this morning, that this is a historic verdict. Tell us a little bit more about the significance of this particular case.
It is a historic verdict indeed. Back in May, the United Nations had officially acknowledged that a genocide has been committed against Yazidi people. You know, almost more than 5,000 Yazidis were killed by Islamic State fighters. 10,000 were kidnapped, enslaved, and hundreds of thousands had to flee their homes. Many of them actually came here to Germany to seek asylum, to flee those persecutions. So this verdict today is very significant for them, for the survivors. They see that international justice has been served. Germany has already condemned 5 women, German nationals and also foreigners, for crimes against humanity, and it continues to do so. They are using actually a legal principle of international jurisdiction for presenting before court people who have to answer for such crimes. But today is the first time that the genocide against Yazidi is actually recognized as such by an international court.
Emmanuelle Chaze reporting there on those historic proceedings in Germany.